It's on the same property, it's just a different shed. It's like these horse stalls right here, and the rabbits are in this one right here because it's bigger. So yeah, that's where they're at right now. And once you walk in, we'll just come in here, and here's an overview. I've had many different like setups in here kind of, but this is the setup that's in here right now. So I have a tarp on the ground right here, just kind of keeps it cleaner. And then I have my original hanging cage. I sold the other one. So there's that. And then I have this pen that I built right here. It's just one big pen with like a mat as a ground. There's no wire. It's pretty big. I really like that. And I just have some ribbons right there. And then I have a little area back there. Grooming table. One of my stacker cages, I sold the other one. Then I just have just one wire cage right here, and then some feed and supplies and stuff. So I'm gonna let you know, I sold a couple of my main breeders, my buck Phoenix and my doe Sky. I sold to my best friend, which she started raising mini Rex from Netherland Dwarfs, and she has them, and she had a litter from them. And I'll link her channel in the description bar, and check out her videos and everything if you want to keep updated on like the lines of mini Rex I had and everything. So yeah, so I guess I cleared everything up. So I'm out of mini Rex, raising Champagne d'Argents, moved barns, everything like that. So now I guess we'll get into the tour, and I'll show you all the rabbits, and I'll take each rabbit out and show you them and pose them and everything. I have 11 rabbits right now, including the litter I have. So once you walk in, we're just like right here. And I also moved to this barn because it has electricity, so it's always great, but I'm not using any right now. So I just have a little stool right there. And then I have my wall of hanging cages, and the tarp is dirty right now, I know, sorry. So right here we just have empty cage. And then right here we have my herd buck. I don't really have a name for him. Like his pedigree, all my rabbits are pedigreed except for my one pet. But anyway, this is him. So yeah, I don't really have a name. He's a really nice buck. He's a small, is his only fault, but he has great type. Really good coloring. It looks really weird right now because the pink blanket is like kind of reflecting down. He's a nice buck. So that's him right there. And then in this cage I have a doe that I also got from the same lady as him. Really nice doe, kind of a bad personality. But this is her. She's really big. She's over a year old. She was due for a litter. She's on day 33, but I don't think she's bred. She was bred to that buck, and then she has a nest box in there, but yeah. And then I have another empty cage. And then right here I have just a little drawer thing, and I have a whiteboard right there, and that had when she was bred and everything for that doe. And then I have pellets. I just have a little kind of storage area, like some baby oil, peroxide, stuff like that. And then I have just an empty one that hay would go in. Then right here we have Hopper's cage, and I still have Hopper. Yes, she is she's 11, 12 years old. I've had her for a really long time. Yeah, I think she's almost 12 years old. And she's just in this cage right here. She's a Netherland Dwarf, Silver Martin, doe, obviously senior. I just have a towel over it, and she has a nest box in there. That's her. You guys probably all remember her. She's doing good. And so that's her. And then right here I have my main doe, Champagne Brood Doe. She's my first Champagne I've had. You guys remember her. This is her second litter she's had. But anyway, she's just in the stacker. And so yeah, that's her. She's my favorite. I love her. Her name's Hyacinth. So that's her. And she has a litter of 5 right now from the buck that is right there. And so this is her litter. I think they're a little over 5 weeks old. I think they're like 5 weeks and a day old. Yeah, so that's them. There's 5. There's 3 bucks, 2 does. So they're really nice. So that's all them. They're just eating some hay. And then I have an empty cage up there and an empty cage down there. And when you turn right here, this is my grooming table. So yeah, pretty basic. On the back of it, it says Bloomin' Rabbitry. But I'm not going to pull it out to show you. And then back here, I just have hay and a bucket, straw, and like some cleaning supplies just back there. And then right here, I just have this big pen. In here, I have the two does that I kept back from my fryer pen, or whatever it's called, at the fair. And yeah, that's them. They're almost 6 months old, and they're doing really good. They've been together since birth, and they do great together. They're both does, really big. The one right there is lighter color, and that one's darker, but yeah, they just go in here together. They get along great. They have this huge, just like run thing that they live in. They have their water feeder, another water, and I actually have them litter box trained, so yeah, they have hay. So that's them, and then we're back at the door and everything. So now I guess I can get the rabbits out and show everyone. So I'll start out with my buck. And this might take a little bit, I'm sorry, but so this is my buck. He has really good type. He's kind of an awkward poser, but yeah, he's really light coloring. The camera's making it show really weird, but this is him. He has a great head. Like, he has a big, like, blocky buck head, which I really like, and he passes that on to his babies. So that is him. He is not a year old. I don't really know his exact age, but really nice buck. I really want to show him. There's a show on the 15th of this month that I kind of want to take him to, and then the two does in the pen right there, and then I just kind of want to get some more from that show. So that is my buck. This is the doe that was supposed to be bred. You can see she's darker, but she has really good type. So yeah, this is her. She has really big ears, but that's her. Pretty nice doe. She's big, as you can see. Yeah. So, yeah. That's that doe. Now I'll go ahead and get my other previous brood doe. So yeah, since she is like a complete brood doe, she doesn't have the best type, but she's a nice doe. But yeah, she's lost condition. She's really odd to pose. She's all chunky from all the litters and stuff, but that's her. She's a good girl. She's my first champagne. I love her to death. Now I will get out a few babies from her litter, probably not all of them, because that would take a long time. Okay, this is a buck from her litter. There's two extremely nice bucks from her litter. I think this is one of them. Just super good type on them. Sorry, I'm like shaking, but yeah, there's one of the bucks from her litter. 5 weeks old, so yeah, there's them. I have a favorite buck from this litter. Let me try and grab him, but here, I'll show you guys a doe first. The does I'm really disappointed with in this litter because I wanted to keep a doe from this litter, but they don't have as good a type as I want. Like, it's not too bad, but here's a doe. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'll keep. I kind of want to wait to keep one from the other litter. Okay, this is my favorite buck from the litter, or favorite overall from the litter. He's biggest. He has just a great personality. Like, he is a character, and he's really big. He doesn't have as good a type, but he has a really nice head. I don't know if I will keep him or not. I'll see how he turns out, but his type is just not as good as I want it. It's not as good as the other bucks, but the other buck is kind of small. And I need a big buck because mine runs small. I'm trying to get him to pose good, but it's not wanting to. Yeah, he's not gonna pose. But, I mean, he's not bad. He's just not what I need to improve, really. But you can tell he's really big. And he has, yeah, he's just, I don't know if I'll keep him, but he's a character. So, that's him. There's two other babies from the litter, but I'm not really going to have time to show you them. So, I'm just going to get the two does in the pen real quick to show you. So this is the lighter colored doe. She's very big and chunky. I want to try and show these guys. Sorry, the dog is whining. Just a big chunky girl. She's not the best at posing, but she's very fat, which isn't that good, but yeah, she's a cutie. They have just great personalities, these two. Pretty good type, I'd say. So, that's her. She has a really good top line. She's extremely filled out. So I'll go ahead and get the last doe for you now. Alright. This doe has a great personality and great type. Like, I mean, her type doesn't look that good right now, but